What if I told you Blake Lively didn't just replace Cate Blanchett? She erased a decade-long legacy, and luxury helped her do it. This isn't gossip. This is how power quietly steals art. No, it's incredibly hard to do what you truly, desperately want in life. It's far easier to do something you don't really care about either way. And now, it finally happened. Cate Blanchett has delivered a shocking blow to Blake Lively, and she did it without raising her voice, without posting a statement, and without hesitation. The era of Blake Lively's alleged backdoor sabotage and silent bullying appears to be collapsing faster than her box office returns. And this time, the spotlight isn't on a rumor, it's on Cate Blanchett. Classy, composed, completely unbothered. Cate allegedly exposed how Blake hijacked her Chanel legacy, even pulling Cate's husband into the situation to satisfy an inflated ego. For years, people have whispered about Blake taking control of every project she touches. But this wasn't a minor disagreement. This wasn't a social media stunt. This cut deep. Blake reportedly pushed Cate Blanchett out of Chanel, reducing a true icon to a background presence in her own legacy. And let's be clear who we're talking about. Cate Blanchett. A performer built on undeniable talent, not curated aesthetics or staged visuals. Being attractive doesn't exclude being intelligent, but intelligence doesn't need filters to survive. Cate had been the face of Chanel for over a decade. She earned it through elegance, credibility, and loyalty. She never needed staged kitchen photos or recycled empowerment quotes. Her presence gave Chanel artistic depth. In 2020, Cate's husband, Andrew Upton, wrote a silent black-and-white film for Chanel's cinematic capsule. No dialogue, just emotion. Two women carrying the story through performance alone. Then Blake Lively allegedly entered the picture and dismantled everything. Just 2 weeks before filming, Cate received a short email from Chanel. Creative alignment was no longer in place. No discussion, no explanation, just replaced. Soon after, Blake Lively was announced as the new face of the same campaign, taking over a project Cate had nurtured for years. Blake didn't join as a collaborator. She replaced her completely. The original concept was scrapped. Andrew Upton's script was discarded. In its place, a hyper-branded collaboration involving Chanel, Netflix, and Blake's wellness venture. Quiet storytelling was replaced with filtered visuals. Art was replaced with marketing buzzwords. Meaning was replaced with hollow empowerment lines. And here's where I want to ask you something, because this matters. Was this really creative reinvention, or was it straight-up legacy theft? Comment below, reinvention or erasure? Hollywood barely reacted. When legacy is replaced by louder branding, the industry calls it progress. But what actually happened was erasure. Dig deeper, and the story gets uglier. An anonymous stylist claimed Blake was never the first choice. Her team arrived later with a multi-brand package Chanel couldn't refuse. It wasn't about vision. It was about influence, money, and Instagram reach. The defining moment reportedly happened at a private Chanel dinner in a French chateau. Cate had RSVP'd months earlier, back when she was still the centerpiece. She attended calmly. No scene, no drama. Blake sat front and center. At one point, she allegedly said, "That script was beautiful, but a little outdated, right?" Someone replied, "You mean Andrew's script? Legacy doesn't really sell to Gen Z anyway." Cate heard her husband's work dismissed, just 2 tables away. Days later, the campaign launched. Blake Lively, everywhere. The new face of Chanel, no acknowledgement of Cate's decade-long contribution. Then, on April 16, 2023, a British fashion magazine made a mistake. They previewed the original Chanel campaign, crediting Andrew Upton as screenwriter and confirming Cate's central role since 2020. It proved this wasn't a creative shift. It was a replacement. Within hours, the article disappeared, but screenshots spread. Side-by-side comparisons showed identical phrasing, visuals, and structure. The verdict was clear. This wasn't reinvention. It was erasure. TikTok exploded. One viral video read, "This is how you rewrite someone else's legacy." Millions watched. Chanel went silent. Articles wiped, metadata erased, journalists ignored. That silence said everything. Cate Blanchett returned to her craft. 2 months later, she and Andrew premiered a quiet play in Sydney. No red carpet, no press, just art. One line from the play leaked online. "The worst part isn't that you took it, it's that you convinced them it was always yours." That line detonated across social media. By July 2023, Blake's image began to crack. A leaked PR email revealed a strategy called creative reclamation. The internet turned it into a joke. Blake pulled out of a Chanel-focused talk show. A major fashion cover was quietly canceled. Insiders admitted it was damage control. Blake had become a liability. Cate remained silent until an old quote resurfaced. "There's a difference between honoring a story and owning it like it was always yours." Then Chanel posted a legacy reel. True icons only. Cate Blanchett was there. Blake Lively was not. The caption said everything. The legend stayed. Blake didn't. This wasn't empowerment. This wasn't branding. This was theft wrapped in luxury. Blake didn't just lose control of the narrative. She became a cautionary tale. And now the final question remains. Does Blake still have the audacity to stage a comeback, or has Hollywood already moved on?